Now then, the other game, I mean, okay. I could go into it if chat wants me to, but I am continuing to play even more Pokemon ROM hacks on my Thor.
Nice.
Currently playing Sinking Sapphire, so we're doing Alpha Sapphire 1 right now. And just going through it, enjoying the what feels like the game could be scaled to a proper difficulty and not being Pokemon difficulty. And then I picked up another game. I tend to have a certain only a certain number of games going at the same time. I don't like juggle games. I have the games I'm playing on stream, very specific. I tend to have the co-op stuff, which is just based on the person I'm playing with. I have my game on my Thor for when I'm at work or not at home, otherwise not at home. And then I just have one game that I play if I'm not doing anything else. And that game that I picked up right now is called Funny Raccoon Game.
Funny Raccoon Game?
Yes. And funny is spelled F-U-N-I.
Okay.
Funny Raccoon Game. I picked it up at random because I was here. So this is how I get some of my game recommendations now. A thread was created for it in the Archipelago Discord.
Oh,
that's how I find some games now, because I really like playing randomizers. And when a game pops up and it's like, "Yep, we're working on this game," I'm like, "What the heck is this game?" And then I go to Steam and it's like, "Okay, the game is you running around levels, picking up anything that isn't nailed down, and throwing it in your dumpster home to collect it."
I mean, that's just wrecked, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's the game.
Sounds like a raccoon game.
Sounds like a raccoon game. Yep. Yeah. Not my first raccoon game. I played Donut Game. That one's also a very raccoon game.
Which one was that? Was that the one where you have the hole? And
that's the one where you essentially are controlling a hole in the ground.
Yes.
You have to make things fall in the hole. Yeah. It's basically Katamari.
I know. Yeah, it kind of is like Katamari.
The hole grows larger when you collect things. So it's basically Katamari. Yeah. Yep.
Smash this. Oh, I was talking about the alchemy game.
You were.
Yeah, so like,
before I think about 3 sidetracks happened. 3
sidetracks, yes. Basically, what you do is you sell stuff. The register has the gold. You pipe the gold out from the register. You pipe it into a little buying portal. It spits out, like, let's say, logs. Then you use those logs in your machines to craft like gears and planks and customers to buy. And then you use like a little catapult or a little cannon to shoot it onto your sales floor on the shelves to stock it.
Okay. Automation, but amusing. All right.
Yeah, and so you're just filling your sales floor with little cannons shooting stuff over people's heads constantly. Actually, it's quite funny because as soon as someone picks it up from the shelf, it sees it as an empty space, and so it just starts launching stuff, even if the NPC is still standing there. So it's just firing stuff through the NPC. Quite amusing.
Yeah, all right. I get why they wouldn't put physics there, but that would be.
It would be great. Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun. I like the idea of that the money isn't just like a thing or like a number in your inventory. It's just actually something that you can interact with your machine.
I feel like it's a wasted opportunity if you cannot eventually craft with it.
I don't know if you can or not. I'm probably
Remains
like
to be seen.
30 to 40% through the progression tree. It's just like a research tree, and you have to like burn your money to unlock new things, which is an interesting management because there's shop, and you have to like buy resources to keep your shop. You have to buy more resources, sell enough, make enough profit, where you can then unlock the next thing. You have to be efficient with your resources. You have to like craft like little conveyor belt lines and like the little crafter things with the materials that you buy and then process. So it's kind of like a very interactive loop with many moving parts that interact or like intersect.
Yeah.
I like it. You know, I mean, I think it does stop crafting better than Reciteer, but you know.
It's like, that game's like 20 years old. If
it is.
you can't do better at this point, then that's on you. Right? Like, you should be able to improve upon that sort of thing. Yeah.
Reciteer's kind of got its own place in my heart for being horrifically difficult. When I was a kid trying to play it for the first time. It was very difficult. Very unforgiving.
Me of like a Walmart brand Fantasy Star, but with school kids instead of maladjusted young adults. I need to play Fantasy Star.
I do too. It's very anime. This is, well, honestly, it's not even the most anime game Falcom has made.
Nope, that's the Trail series.
That is the Trail series.
Specifically when we get to Cold Steel, and then beyond. It's pretty. It's decently anime in the Crossbell arc, but like they really turn that dial up when you get to Cold Steel. That's when the mechs start showing up.
Well, I mean, there's kind of a mech in, like,
it's like the precursor to it. And that being said, you know, there's still use for that. I know what you're talking about, of course.
I'm trying to remember that tangent I was going on. I know I was talking about like default phrases that like authors put in progress things when they're not needed. For instance, they just say, "Oh, that person just." They don't want to say the conversation because it's like kind of bland, or it's like a recap of things that are happening, just to explain to a person in the narrative that wasn't there for it. And so they just say, "Oh, we talked about it, and an X person clapped and oohed and awed at the right places." And it's like, just say that you let them in on what was going on. Don't do the clapped and oohed and awed. That phrase.
You can take like I said, that's writing visual stuff when the visual stuff is to convey the same amount of information.
Conveying visual cues in written media, not something that you should be doing.
Not something you ever need.
Unless there's a lot of
I would say not something you ever need to do. I can envision a scenario where that becomes useful, but it should not be.
So, there's a difference between the way that you express those things in written media versus in like visual media.
Yeah,
it's like there's that old gag where like a guy in anime will see a girl, a pretty girl or whatever, in a compromising situation, then he'll like have his nose bleed and he'll like fall over, right? That's a very visual gag, and you can't really put that into a book written like as a word. Like you could in like a comic panel, but in just a text media format, you can't put that there because it just.
No, I'm gonna do it though.
You could,
because it happens in all the other things, so it's gonna happen here.
It just doesn't quite fit. And the way that you would write something like would be more along the lines of, or it's stuttering, or got really nervous, or like the way that you would get that information across for that situation is different than got a nosebleed and fell over.
Yeah.
It's a visual gag that doesn't lend itself well.
Final boss. It wasn't the final boss.
XRC ここもう時間もあまりない覚悟を決めたら早速突入するぞ
I'm to move in.
Almost out of time. We'd have more time if you didn't monologue earlier. Anyway,
Forced to pick 2 people. Okay.
no, forced to pick one person.
Well, Ko and Goro are required, so I get to pick one. I'm forced with 2. Maybe I.
Yeah, you
Got it
said
wrong.
pick 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
You got it reversed.
Who needs? I've read a lot of translated novels where a lot of the inspiration was like visual media, and the way that they do gags and stuff just does not come across correctly. There's also a lot of like sayings that just don't work. They're just
Okay.
It's
translated, not localized.
It's translated, not localized, and has visual media gags sometimes that just don't work, and those are mistranslated, not localized. So it's like a double whammy.
Good. Hey, look.
Multimodality. If you better try to struggle with. Yeah, they do have different ways of connecting with them. Hey, it's the Braid of Dawn. It's that thing made. And
Yeah.
why are you screaming? You got your cool sunglasses on. Come on.
Yeah. You can't scream. Oh, that's why.
まさか攻撃に使うつもりか化け物が
We're not gonna lose.
ええ放置すればあれは第二の最悪を起こす
Go a second.
ここで確実に
Stop it here.
あんな悪夢は二度と繰り返させね何よりも
Protect
俺たち
our
の
city.
街を今こそ全ての元凶を打ち砕いてやる
Man, whoever. Just. Oh, I had a professor bring up a written joke that only works if it's written.
視力を尽くすぞ XRC
You can tell what kind of job someone has by how they pronounce unionize. Interesting. Which, of course, I'm reading.
Yeah.
So it's no longer visual. And we're getting really meta with it now.
そこだ消し止め
Oh, the legs have. Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Legs have
wow,
health bars.
Oh, there's so many hit points on that. Oh, like so many targeting locations on.
いけるな畳みかけるぜ
Yeah, so like, I like to read in the progression fantasy genre, and a lot of what's coming out. Well, the genre I would say is new-ish. It's kind of
Okay. 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 Okay.
my color for how you just pronounced it.
Okay. That's
Unionized. Yeah, that is pretty funny. Unionized. Yeah. No, it's not like it's not a brand new genre, but it's also not like a.
行くぜクロスドライブ
It's pretty new. So given that, there's not like a ton of stuff that really fits in progression fantasy, just outright. There are some older fantasy stories that kind of fit, but most of the stuff that is strictly progression fantasy is new. Okay, I'm just gonna have to like jump attack him.
I mean, you can shoot gun.
I could shoot gun. You're right. I have gun.
But like actually. No, that's working. That's working. Actually, I would. It is weak to steel. Maybe do Goros flying attacks, because it is weak to steel. Oh yeah, that'll do it.
That did pretty good.
Those are good numbers.
But because it's a new genre, a lot of the stuff that's out there for you to read and consume is like mostly indie authors or amateur authors. So a lot of them do have some failings in their actual writing, technically and narratively, which is very unfortunate. But a lot of them are very promising. And I'm very happy that a lot of the ones that I did find early on have become quite popular, eventually getting published and picked up, like as an actual book that you can go and buy off the shelf, which is really interesting because I started seeing all of the Dungeon Crawler Carl books able to be bought. Very cool. But due to that, I do run into a lot of narrative issues for some stories that I find that are missing some sort of key thing, and I tend to notice them very quickly now after reading a lot.
I mean, because you're looking for stuff at the step before the first like filter pass.
Sort of.
Maybe the second filter pass.
I mean, it's more like people are writing just because they enjoy it, or they want to write their story, and they're not really. I don't want to say not skilled at it or not like missing something, but you know, it's amateur work, and you know, you're gonna make some mistakes.
They don't have an editor.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't plan things, or you know, they write themselves into corners, or they want to write an anime story, and they end up putting too many visual gags in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the problems you're describing are like fundamental issues with the story. It's just a lot of stuff that an editor would catch.
And like an actual editor would probably catch and fix that. Unfortunately, the traditional publishing process is very strict, and unless you have something that they're like, yes, we're going to publish this immediately, they don't put the time and effort into supporting like a new author. And so a lot of these authors end up having to post things to Railroad or Scribble Hub or other platforms in order to try to get popularity.
Yeah.
Enough that they can either support themselves via like a Patreon or get picked up officially, get published. Interesting. Curious about it because they're being.
You have potions.
Well, I have food too. I want to eat my cheese wheels. Yeah, I could see that is a good way to say it. The authors are trying to write things in a way that is over-explanatory or. Right. Oh, he's blind. Over-explanatory or under-explanatory, and not quite getting it across in a way that.
I cannot believe you are actually out of range. I didn't think you had a max range.
I know, right? Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Fortunately, I haven't had a lot of like over-explanation issues with what I read. There have been cases of it, but I usually tend to overlook them because it's one thing to have an over-explanation and another thing to have like a narrative hole. But perhaps I'm just more forgiving. When things are over-explained or walked through while you're being very explicitly explain things instead of like having things shown to you and then you having to put little pieces together or filling the puzzle piece gaps to make something bigger in your mind than it's on the page. Oh no, his health bar hit half. Here's phase 2. Or phase 3. Because he did go to vertical form.
Yeah.
No, he's red.
He's also weak to well, everything currently. Spam, spam who even needs to block and regenerating health. Just kidding. Yeah.
Her second win thing.
That was the problem I had as a beginner dungeon master too. It's easy to just sit down and write. It's a good deal harder to sit and plan first and then start connecting the dots. Oh boy, is it! I am in the very, very beginning. I have not spent a lot of time on this recently. Very, very early planning stages of a campaign.
Cool.
And yep, it's rough. It's rough because I think I need to just start writing stuff that happens and then go back and fit it to a plan, because I'm currently trying to plan and I don't have any writing.
Yeah, I'm a bit of in a stun lock as well, similarly, where I want to write, but then I want to find the background, but then I don't know what the background is to the background or where I want to go with it, and then so I'm like kind of in a not quite a writer's block. Where to begin? I want to write a bunch of like lore and stuff, and I've like write endless lore, but then it's art. And I think I've come up with a very well. I found a way, I think, for myself to. I want to have a character who, I don't know if I mentioned before, but he's really powerful to me. Have him write like a journal. You know how some chapters for stories have like beginning or like little interludes between majors. I want him to be what those are. Have him like write a personal journal, and then those will be the interludes for this or chapter headers.
So just do a Drizzt.
Kind of.
Because that's what every Drizzt book is. They have his literal journal entries function as breaks between like 3 acts of the book.
Yeah. And so I want journal this character to be like an expert, because he wants to learn everything there is to know about magic. He travels around to different planets, planes, learning about things and all the interesting differences, but how kind of unified it is. Magic is magic. The way that you achieve A to B can be as multiverse or as diverse as you can imagine. And so I want him to head chapters, and then maybe I find a chapter that like fits it kind of. I'll apply it, be added there or something. But I think a journal entry probably the best way for me to just be like, oh hey, I stumbled upon this really weird cult. They use this strange magic. That's kind of neat, isn't it? And then have like a little bit of an explanation. Just a little bit, very light. And then just go, okay, well, that's some world building. Then I can do a different journal entry. Oh, I found this place here. And I think, because I find myself to be more of a discovery writer, where I want to just flow with the ideas as they come and not. Planning is good, but I have to have like a framework plan inside of, sort of. I don't know how to explain. trying to figure it out.
まったくどんだけタフなのさ。
When I was doing dungeon mastering for
さすが軍人ってところ
group I had before the end before the new year, I had like a very light framework, a very general direction, what I wanted. Then I had some names and places in the area that they were doing stuff in, and then I mostly filled in the blanks as we went. Because if your players are interested in one silly little thing, then they're going to go off the tangent, like off the rails. Then you're going to have to make it all up anyway. So I found for myself, at least, having a broad idea of what's going on in the area, and then like a few key ideas and places. That way, when they do go off the rails, you can kind of funnel them back in, have plans. In a way.
Yeah, so you have an overarching spell, but you still want to give the players freedom. So you find ways to connect the quote unquote side adventures back into the main plot, so it still advances, right?
Yeah, more or less. A lot of that was like
that is exactly something I'm going to struggle with a lot when I get around to
you finally let go. What happened years back? How can you finally let go?
Because he defeated the thing. He
defeated the thing, but it's not like
he got back at it. He got back at the eclipse. He defeated.
Eclipse is over.
He stopped a disaster from happening.
Yeah.
It's a version of closure because of what happened 10 years ago.
I get it. Not like the eclipses are over.
No, but like...
Yeah, he achieved a big goal.
Victim of one,
he prevented a massive problem. Like
yeah, victim of one event, prevented a second one. It's like...
It's cool. Maybe they could have... Be different. I don't know. The way he said it,
yeah.
It's like, oh, it's finally done. It's not
oh yeah,
done.
no, they are talking like it's over forever.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah. Oh, that's because they all think that's it. It's done. Anyways, here my baby cries. I'm gonna go check. I'll watch my Super Mystery Dungeon playthrough. Hey, as that's how you were recommended. Well, hey, thanks for joining us. Glad
to have you here.
Wanted to check up on it live, and good luck with all that.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your day.
Oh, and if you're back, see you when you're back.
Or dungeon mastering, specifically for when I was trying to like reroute players. Did I tell you much about it at all?
What do you mean?
My D&D thing. Did I talk to you about it at all?
Like the campaign or
yeah,
the
like
style,
the campaign,
or...
the story, at all, just at any point in
no,
the
I don't
last
think
few
so.
months. Okay. So the way what I had was I wanted to run something that's more unveiling the master plan, or like this giant plot that's like the shadows, and the setting what mild mid fantasy, not high or low.
Okay.
With my idea of having a high tech like an actual high technology ancient civilization that has existed in the past and people can find ruins of. Like they'll stumble upon ruins and there'll be like drones and turrets and
a classic setup. Yep.
Classic setup. Okay. My general way I figured that out for myself as to what to do was there's this area that is known for its healing, because a lot of like healing like clerics or like researchers, and they all kind of congregate here because it's a very good port, very accessible, and it's over time turned into this massive presence. Oh no, the bad things.
夕闇の気配